Luke standing right in the way.
Yes. We're kicking this way. If we're kicking this way. Welcome everyone to the Division 1 BTR Excavations Round 8 action. My name is Alex Coots and joined you by Phil Herden. How are you today, Phil?
I'm warm, Alex, and I'm very grateful for that. The Broadview Tigers have looked after us masterfully and put us inside for the afternoon. And looking out these windows at the game about to get underway, I am very grateful of that.
Very good, Phil. We can obviously not do this without our sponsors, Filming Footy, Sports Interactive, Classic Clashes, Custom by OITC, High Five E-Bikes, Dartfish, Archie's, Jag Meatworks and Kimberley Resorts. And I will peel off some statistics. Broadview, unfortunately, haven't won a game yet. They're preparing for Div 2 currently, which is relegation. They're unfortunately last on the ladder, whereas Glenunga, they're 7th on the ladder. They're going to be pushing for finals hard towards the end of the season with a 2-5 record. So a big stat, Abe Davis, despite being a really key player for Golden Grove, he's 7th in the goal kicking with 13 goals. Cooper O'Leary, the skipper, with 5 goals and 5 best player votes out of 7. Jesse Temmie leading the way of best player votes, 4 out of 7 for him. We've got some former AFL players playing in this one. Number 20 for Broadview, Jesse White, played 71 games and kicked 73 goals for the Sydney Swans, while also playing for Collingwood, 56 games and 75 goals, also while having a lengthy SANFL career. Also, Abe Davis, he was on the Sydney Swans 2016 rookie list, but unfortunately didn't play any game. 2 times Keith Sims medalist in the Adelaide Footy League, and he had also had a very lengthy career in the SANFL. Some ones to watch today: Broadview, Tyron Hill, Ben Manning, PJ Carlin, Jaden Ryan and Josh Costa. Declan Fay for Glenunga, Ethan Smith, Abe Davis, Jesse Temmie and Thomas Michaelani. We'll go off some conditions. 11.3 degrees for it feels like 6 degrees right now. Very cold out here. No favour by the wind. We've had 1.1 mils of rain so far. Expecting around 3 to 4 and also chance of a thunderstorm. And the B grade results just before this game: Broadview 4-2-26, Glenunga 6-11-59. And my tip is Glenunga by 40 with Abe Davis getting the best on ground. How do you see this one going?
Well, Abe Davis certainly has a collection of Archies and various hotel vouchers. Hopefully he's enjoyed. We'll see if he'll get another one today. Slight rain, not heavy but consistent. We did have a heavy shower about 20 minutes ago. Ground for mind is in pretty good nick. Broadview in the black and gold. We'll be heading to the left of your screen. Glenunga, the Rams, in the alternate white attire, will be heading to your right. I haven't really got a fix on the wind. It's probably of little consequence, but we'll see how it plays out. So, Glenunga with 2 wins. Still think they've got a shot at finals. Broadview, it's about getting win number 1 on their home deck. The rucks will go to, it'll be West versus Chol and Young from Broadview. West decides to get the tap and is infringement. No, it'll go the way of Declan Fay. And it will be Glenunga with the first clearance, or maybe not. Beautiful smother. We're going to see a lot of 1%ers come into play today. And that's Josh Costa with the smother and the tackle. Glenunga do get the kick though, and they find Ethan Smith.
So Ethan Smith, inside 50, finds a man, he takes a couple juggles. That man is late number change, Mitchell Marini. So change from number 30 ahead of this game. And a great build up there. Anyang starting in the ruck for Broadview. Normally it's the big But back to the action, it'll be Mitchell Marini to get the first on the board for Glenunga. Looks pretty good off the boot. Goal umpire does not move a single step. So Mitchell Marini nails the first, and Glenunga have the first goal in the game.
So Marini, along with brother Ryan Marini, coming over from Adelaide University where they played last year. Two of the four players who are new, who made their Glenunga A-grade debut this year. The other ones being Ethan Smith, who came over from Broadview. Keep an eye on that for his homecoming. And Daniel Thompson, number 11, who is a Glenunga junior, played Bs and Norwood 18s last year. He's made his league debut this season for the Rams, who are off to a good start.
So Glenunga get another clearance from the round 2 Archies winner Declan Fahey. Ethan Smith leads once again, and now it's out to the far side. Fahey again, outside Pridham. He goes inside 50 to a one-on-one. Bouncing footy, nearly a falcon by Nick Onkey, and it will go out of bounds. And it's going to be a throw-in the Glenunga forward 50, and we are 2 minutes into this game. Two
changes for the Rams. Nicholas Egar and Mitch Marini, the goal kicker, coming in this week. Eli Redmond and Sam Brooks are the two omissions.
So Ryan Marini looking to come on off of the bench. Abe Davis in the ruck with Anyang. As a bouncy ball, Ethan Smith over the top. Coming through is Mitchell Marini again. Oh, there's no way. There is no way. Mitchell Marini has two already. And man, that could be a snag of the day, brought to you by Jag Meatworks. And he could have just snagged the snag of the day.
Gee, I wonder who the front runner for the Archies is right now.
Oh, I wonder. Mitchell Marini.
Traditional mark and really good kick from long distance, and then a fantastic snap in these conditions. Glenunga, great start for them. Of course, it's been a little bit of turmoil at the club. They were coming off their best win against Golden Grove, 44 points after 4 losses, and they replaced the coach, Alex Guy. Sam Smith is the new interim coach, and so far he's probably thinking, gee, this coaching gig's pretty easy.
So Declan Fahey inside 50, and a great intercept mark there by Ben Manning. So Manning's going to look to stay on the far side. Fahey at the back, but a great overhead mark by Matthew Beard. So he's going to look to go a bit fast. So now he has the far side. Jesse White's there, spoiled. Michael Laddie's around it and dragged in, and it's going to be holding. No, it's going to be a holding free kick going the way of Broadview. And is it? I don't know what's happened there. He tried to play on, but not coming away for him. Ryan
mustn't
Marini
have gone over the mark. That's usually the scenario there.
Ryan Marini still looking to come on the bench. PJ Carlin getting a run jump. Glenunga can fight for the ball now on the far side. Showers starting to come in down here at Glenunga. Marini out to Fahey. He's had a few early touches. And now they can go through Hugh DeSira. Bouncing footy. Ethan Smith and Abe Davis. Abe Davis got pushed in the back a little bit. No free outside. Pridham. Now they can go Parsons. What can he do? He's going to centre the ball. Opperman's there. Over the top. Abe Davis. Just fell into his lap. Easiest mark you could ever take. And the big Abe Davis is going to line up for his first.
30 metres out, all Glenunga so far, on a day when you think goals will be at a premium. Glenunga can put 3 on the board in what would be, the first 5 minutes of the contest.
Absolutely ridiculous. So Abe Davis, to join Mitch Marini, he's kicked the first 2 goals. Can Abe Davis get his first on the board as Butterworth comes on there? And Thomas Byron. Back to the action. Abe Davis off his beautiful right leg. Umpire shuffles the tiniest little bit. And that is perfection from Abe Davis. Glenunga have the first 3 on the board, and that one through the skipper.
Well, Abe said, I want some Archies too. To add to his growing collection. Originally from the Maroubra Saints. Maroubra, pretty sure, is a beach in Sydney, just a little bit south of Bondi. as mentioned, through the Swans system, and some time. Not sure if he was at the Swans the same time as Jesse White. Didn't quite get a chance to align those two up. Sturt South has certainly made a home for himself at the Rams.
So Jordan West, Hat kicks it out of there. Big one-on-one contest. Bouncing ball, chasing is Langley. Good bump by Marini. Fades under it as well. Parsons with a good tackle to hold it under there. So, no, just clarification there. Jesse White was not at the Swans same time as Abe Davis. He was at Collingwood at that time. Yep. So now Anyang cleared Marini. Inside, Opperman out the back. Bouncing ball. Will it go out? No, Opperman saves it. And now it's out of bounds. And it will be a throw-in. 35 out from the Glenunga goals, and they are dominating so far.
They are. Inside 50s would be, 5-1 at a rough guess. Certainly Broadview just the one in front of the tennis club. Don't think there'll be too much tennis happening today. Umpire's got to throw this pretty much into the breeze. Davison Rucky's also the Rams' leading goal scorer, which is quite the achievement. That was Langley with the clearing kick momentarily for the Tigers. West at ground level. Bit of an interesting scoop there, but the Rams go-packed umpire said, yep, this is football, not scoop ball. And you've got to handball it, and so it's going to be Broadview free.
Jesse White, he went inboard, but intercepted, and a long barrel. Abe Davis is out the back. Abe Davis on the underside. Jaden Ryan takes a big grab. And he could join Mitchell Marini with 2 goals here. Glenunga could have the first 4. I did tip him by 40, and that's well and truly on the cards.
Was that, Alex, was that 40 points or 40 goals?
Well, at this rate, it could be 40 goals, but no, I'll give some respect to Broadview. I need to. So, Abe Davis to make it 24 points.
Wow.
At the start of this game, a great barrel by Samuel Parsons.
I'm not even sure Broadview have had an inside 50 yet. It got to the scoreboard. I don't think it actually went in.
They got to basically just a half forward. Abe Davis just misses.
No.
Nick Wonky tried to point something out, but not going to overturn the umpire there. So now Glenunga get the first mark on the game, and Broadview will kick in.
Well, if you didn't know, you would be suggesting that there's a 10-goal goal going to the right of your screens, folks, but there isn't. Kick looking for Anyang. West is right there. Spills out the back, a bit of a collision. I'm not sure that Matty Beard came off the best from that. Actually, it was Matty Beard. I'm going to have fun with those Broadview numbers again this week, as it's Ethan Smith. Debutant, another inside 50. This could be a soccer off the ground. It is! Charlie Pridham puts on goal number 4 for the Rams. It is a rampage here at Broadview. Pridham's first goal of the season. He was best last week. Not last week, of course, but last game against Golden Grove. He's now got his first goal for 2025.
Well, Charlie Pridham's probably the easiest goal you ever get. Just a little soccer on the goal line as Ethan Smith comes off. And James Tugarkas and Hugh DeSira come on, along with Nick Egar coming off, the vice skipper.
Yeah.
So Jesse White is someone who's got big competing in the ruck. Jordan West, the 127 game AFL gamer. Jesse White, he does tap it down. Now they can get the clearance through Wilson. Bouncing ball, Pridham, the latest goal kicker, barging out the middle. White taps down. It's not a hit out, mate. Now they can go forward. Langley, handballs over the top. Can they get the first inside 50? Beard, the one who just got knocked down. Now a good handball out by Thompson to West. West bombs it forward. Byron chasing. Out the back. Now they can go Manning. Over the top. Who's going to get this one? And it's a great run and chasing mark. And now Broadview might be able to get their first inside 50 of the game. So they're going to go long down the line. Chasing is Langley. Can't do it. Crumbing out the back on the very far side. Completely opposite to where the broadcast is. But that's all right.
And we'd like to thank the patrons of the cars on the other side of the field who've turned their lights on, just to help us be able to see what's happening out there. It has a bit of a Norlunga feel to it for the Sandford fans.
certainly is. It's going to be tapped out of bounds once again.
Just hope that doesn't flatten the poor guy's battery. I don't think I want to be stuck with a flat battery today.
You certainly would not want to be stuck now with all this rain.
Throwing out aside, Broadview, this is probably as long as it's been on their half of the field. Just 2 forward, 4 rows. Glenunga, every time they have gone forward, I'm pretty sure has resulted in a score. Just a run of stoppages at the second. We've gone 10 minutes? No. It will be a Tigers clearance only as far as the Rams.
Is Carlo Vasilidis there?
Yep. I've been practicing this a week. Carlo Vasilidis. Just got to say it 10 times and get into the rhythm for the day. Long kick. You almost think the breeze is favouring that end because the ball is certainly skidded on a couple of times. Broadview's clearance. West will get in there and, yeah, at the moment the Tigers are struggling to put anything more than 3 possessions together in a row.
Well, now West will have the ball. We've got a manual scoreboard down here at Broadview. We've got to put the stopwatch
covering
on.
the score up.
Got to put this stopwatch on my phone. And Faye, White, Argy Bargy. Now they can get out of there. Parsons like a roadblock. Jumping up is Faye. He's had a brilliant start and it'll be a ball up. But yes, I started stopwatch a minute late, so we're about 12 and a half minutes gone.
Yeah, rule number 1 about being a scoreboard operator, do not stand in front of the score. Did I tell you that was my first job in football? A scoreboard operator? Plimpton Footy Club. $5 and 2 raspberry and lemonades.
So Jesse White now on the ball. Played 127 games in the AFL, joined by 148 goals, and he goes outside now. So got an option backwards in Modra. Doesn't go. So now they can go central. A big Specky jumping up and no whistle. Gives the whistle away. Big barrel once again from Scott. Inside 50, falling. Footy. Parsons. Snap around the body. Bouncing Footy. That's another one. Make that 5 for Glenunga. Well done by Samuel Parsons. They got 4 individual goal kickers already. Mitchell Marini only multiple with 2, and they were the first 2 of the game, and it will come on in a second.
Sammy Parsons, originally from Ashburton in Victoria, did play some VFL for North Melbourne and some Sandful for North Adelaide before joining the Rams in 2021. Goal number 6 for the season. Second straight week he's kicked a goal. And on the Kieran Hioketsu covered up scoreboard, it's Glenunga 5-1-31. Next to the Tigers at the moment, there is dead set nothing.
So White and West in the ruck. West will go down. Glenunga will get the clearance. West kicks away again. He's been lethal in the ruck. Chasing the skipper O'Leary. He doesn't gain possession of it. Bouncing Footy. Marini with the leg tackle. Michaelani with a strip. Smith. Michaelani soccer off the ground. Can Broadview go now? Mitchell Marini. And it's going to be a holding free. Going the way of Broadview. Thought his head might have been a bit sore after that one.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the... that's a tackle you'd want to recommend in the textbooks.
Now they can go forward through O'Leary. Goes forward. And it's another holding free kick. This time, now they can go Broadview. The big PJ Carlin coming in late. He can't get there in time. Michaelani, Pridham, goes backwards. Carlo Vasilidis. And just hacked on his boots. Opperman's there. Goes through everyone's hands. Scott out the back. Ethan Smith goes long. Abe Davis. Abe Davis, it's a foot race. And that's a holding free kick every day of the week.
The more veteran you become, maybe the slower you get, but the more you think you can get away with things. That one, unfortunately, was for Abe Davis. Was open to everyone. This is a good move by Broadview. They've moved it through the centre, through White. This is as deep as they've gone. Flanagan's got it. He looked at goals for a moment, and then he got double teamed. And that was Jack Scott laying the pain train. And as soon as Broadview thought they had half a chance at getting a shot at goal and anger, it's Glenunga ball.
Make that 2 barrels and a drop punt for Jack Scott. Put him out on the boundary line and he will take it out happily. As I don't know if I should have tipped Glenunga by 40 goals or 40 points. It's already 31. So
well, they've got to get 10 per quarter, so they're probably now a little bit behind schedule. But they did kick 3 in the first 5 minutes, which has certainly put a mark on this game. I'm pretty sure, I'm getting some weather stuff from the Bureau as we speak, I'm pretty sure that the wind does have a northerly element to it. It does. So Glenunga are kicking with whatever breeze there is this quarter.
Broadview inside 50. Anyang and Jesse White swap. Anyang can't. Holding free kick, going the way of Anyang. So he started at full back at the start of this year in their game against Sacred Heart away. So Anyang and Jesse White have swapped so far in this game. Jesse White gone to the right, show Anyang to full forward. And Anyang, the big number 32, I saw him on the way here, is going to line up for what should be an easy goal. 17 minutes gone. Cho Anyang, and he sneaks it home. Anyang gets the first on the board for the Tigers. And Jack Fergus, they need some hope after this one.
Yeah, well, they've got to go back and they've got to get the breeze. It's actually blowing about 20 to 25 kilometres an hour in the city, just not too far from here, according to the Bureau. In the northwest, from the northwest, so it's blowing into the tennis club pocket, which probably explains why we have seen very little of the football on the broadcast side here. But yeah, first goal is often the hardest to get. Hopefully that'll be a chance now for the Tigers to settle. One of the good things about falling behind is if you fall behind early, you get plenty of time to make it up.
Certainly. And out of the middle, Marini, well, despite the wind is going into that pocket, he gets an absolute screamer from there. Second goal of the game. So that's definitely up there for the Jag Meatworks snag of the day. And back to the action. Outside now. Bouncing footy. Glenunga get the clearance. West has also started well. Opperman kicked 5 in the trial game against Salisbury North. Holding free, going the way of Broadview. Jordan West is lethal in the ruck so far this game. Played in their 20-point loss in the grand final of Port District last year. So Broadview goes over everyone's head. PJ Carlin was around it. And trying to get it out is Travakis. Broadview can go forward now. Bouncing ball. Can Glenunga gain possession? No, and that's a crunching hit. Carla Vicidas. He goes forward. Bouncing footy. Ethan Smith has Opperman, has Davis. Abe Davis! No, it's a bowling footy. So soccer off the ground. Bayern now. The small cheeky forward. Samuel Parsons inside the boot. Bouncing ball. Opperman's out the back, but it's going to be rushed behind from Jackson Wilson. Interesting
tactics from the Tigers, despite the fact they are kicking into the breeze and Glenunga are using it to strong effect with a long kicking game at every opportunity. It is man-on-man football. There is no loose player in defence for Broadview, which means Glenunga are getting the one-on-one matchups that they really, really like.
Well done by Jesse White to win that. A lot of footy experience. He goes short to Hill. So, good kick in there. Finally get the ball down there on the broadcast side. Haven't got it much. So Hill this time goes central. Very dangerous kick to Syrah. Tapped over the head of Parsons. Tapped out to Syrah again. Snapped around the body Flanagan. One-on-one contest and it's well done to mark that one. Lewis Saint. Broadview can go. And drop mark by Harms. So now he can go forward. Broadview, but Glenunga get possession. It's going to be snapped out of there. Little push and a nudge from Glenunga there. It's going to reward Broadview for a free kick. So now they can maybe get an inside 50 and get their second goal on the board.
Broadview ball. This will land on the edge of 50 to a huge pack. I could almost have held a union meeting there. There were so many. As Broadview, they're getting their share of the footy now. Glenunga had 2 goals before Broadview got a decent possession. They've gone back and forth. Manning linking up with a couple of players. This is Mackenzie. They've gone around in a big circle, but they've got the mark with White. On the edge of 50, a chance to penetrate. Alex, I might get you to call this because I can't see behind that wall. I think they considered a behind.
Well, just a soccer through from Jack Scott through the behind post. Jesse White had an open man in Darcy Mudra the whole time. He saw him, but ignored him. So, a little soccer kick like a volley.
That might lead to a potential discussion at the quarter-time huddle.
Yes.
Not sure if I really want to get into a disagreement with Jesse White. But
No. Big body man. 127 games in the AFL.
think he knows his way around a footy field?
Certainly. So, Opperman and Davis stand under it. Davis taps down. Now they got the run to Syrah. Snap around the body to the run of One Key. Who's going to get it first? Hart Kelly or Parsons? He's come out of the foot race. He's coming out in front now. He has the ball. He just drops it though. Not holding the ball. Ethan Smith at the back. Goal! There's another one to add on to the Glenunga scoreboard. Now they have 6, and we'll wait for it to turn around. See the number on that, on that left forward pocket. The way of the tennis clubs.
Oh, he's teasing us. He's going one way then the other, but won't turn around for us.
Yeah, I know. Well,
One Key.
Now I know. It's Nick Wonky.
I was thinking, Alex, when I turned up in the rain shower, that we'd be lucky that 6 goals might win the game, and it possibly might. Wasn't expecting a 6-goal quarter from either side. As we're back in the middle, Weston White, give that one to West. Another Glenunga clearance. They've dominated this area. The long ball, Glenunga have read it better. They're going to get a shot. It's a ground level with Parsons. Oh, going in and winning it fantastically was Opperman. And what Glenunga are going to do, they're not going to get the goal right now. They're going to bottle it up, I think. Or Broadview just going to concede. Yeah, I'd concede too. That was a long concession. But Glenunga, the way they're playing up forward, great efficiency. So that's 6 goals, 3 to 1 goal, 1. The margin, 32 points. That's on the Kieran Hyoketsu scoreboard.
PJ Carlin coming up in the forward line. Glenunga might force a fumble here. Temi also coming up from the back line. Abe Davis got held on to. No free paid. Very pocket. Calabasias will rush it out of bounds. So we're roughly 24 minutes in to this first term. And this could be the dirtiest mullet I've seen in local footy. Jackson Harms.
Yep, we didn't know who he was the first time we saw him. Just called him the mullet man. I think we should probably stick with that. Hope you're enjoying the coverage, the stream on Filming Footy.
So Jesse White splashes it out. The big body PJ Carlin ramages in. And free kick given away. So this is Jesse Temi. He's a lethal down half back.
Only got 2 players behind him at the moment.
4 out of 7 best player votes for Glenunga. A. Davis around it, at the back. And that's very well done for Broadview to clear. Now they can go. Tyron Hill, the little small forward, can get around it. And he fends off Pridham. Gives him the don't argue and then a little on the ground kick. Costa handles backwards. Tried to find an option but couldn't. Calabasias, he clears out. And a free kick.
Yeah, tunnelling, I suspect.
He didn't want to take the advantage. Forward into a hot spot. And at the back, Ethan Smith chasing. One key, and it's just tapped out of bounds. Not sure if it was handball. No, it wasn't. So, no deliberate in the Adelaide Footy League. So, it's 39-7. This is crazy for wet weather footy. Yep,
so just in front of the car park behind the goals where smart people don't park their cars because you might get a football land on it. Good chance for Glenunga that have managed to bottle it up. I think it's going to stay in this area until they get the score they want. Moving it forward was Fay. Broadview trying to clear, but they're under pressure. Just a soccer, good in this situation. White, the pick-up, looking for a runner. Aim for the umpire. That was a kind of an interesting choice. Socket off the ground. Now, if that's a kick, that's last disposal for mine. It is, will be Glenunga ball. Going to land with Tregarkis. Too far out to score, just puts it up. Let the wind carry it. let the players fly for it. In the end, it's a really good mark out the back by Jay Hart. Kelly, he's just saying, let's just calm down. Let's just mellow out, everybody, and enjoy playing in the rain.
So he goes short. Sugarkus does well. Now Broadview get the ball back. And Young out the back. Harms got held very clearly. And he'll get the ball quick. They want to move quick. Got PJ Carlin on a one-on-one with Temmie. He goes towards that direction. PJ Carlin does well in the 2-on-1. Marini, Hamill, Carlin, and holding the footy. So Broadview can go forward. The young Matty Beard. Who's he going to try to find? He's got Ang Yang in the goal square. Short to PJ Carlin. He can have a run. He can have a shot. He can have a great shot, but it drifts right. And is it marked? It certainly is. So marked on the very behind line. And Glenunga, Broadview, can have a shot now. Around the body, and it's absolutely shanked. Broadview had the opportunity to get 2 goals on the board before the quarter-time siren, but not sure that'll happen now.
That was Josh Costa who had the shot on goal. Long kick in from Glenunga, yet definitely the breeze, something Broadview will enjoy in about 15 minutes' time when we start the second quarter. If you've just joined us, it was just a run of goals early to the Rams. Broadview have slowed it up a little bit, managed to get one back, and they'll go forward again through Josh Byrne.
So Byrne outside, the young Matty Beard. Who's he going to look for? Inside 50, Anyang with the run and jump. Can't get there in time. And it's going to be another stoppage. And there goes the siren. So to conclude this first quarter, Broadview could not get a goal towards the end. And it is Glenunga 6-3, 39 to the Broadview 1-1-7. And we will see you after this short break.
Well,
back to the BTR Excavations Division 1 Round 8 action of Broadview versus Glenunga. Glenunga have a 32-point lead. If you didn't catch us the first quarter, Glenunga, they started off really well. We'll go through the goal kickers for Broadview. Cho Anyang, the singular goal kicker. For Glenunga, Charlie Pridden, Abe Davis, Nick Wonke, and Samuel Parsons with one. And the only multiple goal kicker, Mitchell Marini. My name is Alex Coots, and joined here by Phil Hurden. And Phil, take us away from the second term.
Thanks for that, Alex. Well, it's a great round in the Adelaide Footy League, this round 8. The top 4 are playing each other, the bottom 4 are playing each other, and 5th and 6th are playing each other. And I'll give you some scores around the grounds at quarter time. Another game between the bottom 4, Prince Alfred and Paynham. Paynham 139, trail the Redmen at Park 923-15. As the siren goes for the second quarter, I'll give you the other 3 scores around the grounds at the first break. But the Rucks are going to go to it. Let's see what Broadview can do with the wins at their back. They can certainly get the first touch of the ball. And Yang, but coming through like a freight train was Daniel Thompson. That's just a stoppage. Quickly, St. Peter's leading Sacred Heart 2-3 to 2-0. 3-point win, 3-point lead to Spock. Salisbury North, 13-point leaders over Port District as Glenunga go forward. Oh, when you're hot, you're hot. And the Rams are super hot. Just a soccer off the boot that could have gone anywhere has landed in the lap of a teammate. And this is Ethan Smith lining up into the breeze. We'll see what happens with the kick.
Ethan Smith is an X Factor. Well done by Declan Fahey off the ground to spark that one.
Smith runs off the mark. I reckon he's missed. So, again, Glenunga, what was that? A minute, if that, to get the first shot? Mark was in the first 45 seconds. They certainly know how to start their quarters strong.
That was exactly 1 minute. They took the score on the dot. So, Broadview can go forward now. The 33-point lead inside. Now they can go. It was touched or thrown. Just very quickly, there's other scores. Salisbury North 4-3-27. Port District 2-2-14. We could have a 4-way tie for top if St. Peter's and Salisbury North win, and they're both leading at the first break. And the battle between 5th and 6th, Rocks 3-3-21, Golden Grove 1-3-9. If that holds, we'll have a 3-game gap, 3-win gap between 5th and 6th. Now, forward notes can be called back. Free kick, so this can maybe get Broadview to go forward a bit. So what can they do? They got O'Leary and a one-on-one out the wing with Thompson. Anyang taking the lead on West. Ignore them both. Forward, down the line, well done by Mike Lanning with his big body, or medium-sized body. Forward, running out was Ryan. Outside, and they will bounce up onto the hill towards the tennis club pocket. And kicking in will be Charlie Pridden.
Last disposal rule. Just think of the fun you're going to have next week, Alex. You won't have that rule. You'll have all the questioning and supposition and around, was it deliberate? Was it not deliberate?
Oh, it's a rule getting changed.
Well, no, you call on the AFL next week and they don't have the last disposal.
You are right.
So good luck with that. As Broadview have taken a grab, and they're going to have a shot on goal, and this is going to be Josh Byrne. So maybe Broadview can get the first goal of the second quarter.
So what can the season permit for Broadview do? Joshua Byrne. Pretty easy kick in my opinion. Oh dear. Completely out of the full. As yes, you were talking about the AFL. Boyles vs Richmond on 7+, the inaugural AFL Kids Call. Tune into that, please. Next Sunday at 2:30 p.m. Adelaide time. Back to the action. Jumping in there late was Butterworth. Forward go Broadview!
Okay.
Broadview can get their second on the board from a great lead and a great mark from, no, that is Campbell Murron. So he got changed late.
Kobe Wilson, I suspect. So 23 or 33? Hold the phone. 23.
23, you're right. It is Kobe Wilson. So, Wilson. This one is accurate. Straight in the middle of the big sticks. So, Mulron and Wilson were both listed at 23 before the game. This is the real 23, Kobe Wilson. And he gets the second on the board for Broadview.
You might have noticed a lot of fellow Tigers got around, and that's because that's Kobe Wilson's first league goal for Broadview. Came over in the off-season from the Rams, not of Glenunga, but of Jeps Cross. He's also played, how's this, 2021 Gawler Central, 2022 Elizabeth, 2023 Williston, the Donny Brooks, 2024 Jeps Cross, 2025 Broadview. He's getting himself quite a jumper collection.
Certainly. So Broadview, they're going to get another clearance. Or not. Oh, that wasn't holding the ball. I thought it could have been. Arm pin, well done, Daniel Thompson. This one's a ball up, stoppage. Got a couple of relatives going at the Jets Cross today to watch the footy, actually. So, and Young and West in the ruck. West is a big slap forward. That should be a free kick, but no. Broadview with a long bomb forward. The mullet man, Harms. Calvacetus outruns Harms. Now goes backwards. Forward to Mungle punt. Outside, Saint. Snap around the body, right to the broadcast side. Could be a big collision here. It's a Falcon off of O'Leary. O'Leary taps to himself. Oh my! O'Leary's off. 60 from home. Inside. And running forward, Kobe Wilson. Nails the second. Oh no, it's a free kick. Conceded by Mulron. I was about to write it down on the score sheet.
Well, that would have been the Jack's Meatworks team goal of the day. O'Leary's dash, keeping it in bounds, and then beautiful timing courtesy of Wilson to collect it and kick the goal almost in the one motion. That's going to...
It would have been an assist of the day, that's for sure.
Yeah, but not to be. Was wondering if that was going to be out on the full or not. Really irrelevant because last disposal rule. It's going to be Anyang's ball regardless in front of the Glenunga bench. I wonder if they've got a heater down there. But kick inside 50. Hot footy, 15 out. Here's a chance. Snap on goal, no good. Glenunga under pressure will get it out towards the boundary line. That, ooh, well, as umpiring director Colin Ralston told me emphatically when I started doing this league 6 years ago, there is no deliberate out of bounds in the Adelaide Footy League, which is just as well because that was pretty deliberate. Instead it's a throw-in.
Very controversial rule in the AFL, that is for sure. So, boundary throwing very, very close to Broadview home. Jesse White and Jordan West. White over the top. Costa. Burn, no. So, it's another minus score on the board. Broadview making a little bit of a comeback. 2 goals won this quarter to 1 behind. So, 2-goal lead to Broadview this quarter. And the margin is back down to 20.
Yeah, and Broadview are on track to maybe catch up to Glenunga, who had that one inside 50 in the opening minute, and it hasn't been their side of centre since. Broadview have done a pretty good job of bottling it up, and having said some what now are infamous words pre-game, that there's a wind here but it's of no consequence, it appears to be every consequence.
All go to the right side, all favouring the right side. As I said, no favourites, but turns out I was wrong. Now they can get another inside 50, and Yang under it. Bouncing footy, crumbing would be good here. It's a weekend for small forwards, that is for sure. Umpire took a while to blow his whistle there as we quickly go through sponsors. Filming Footy Sports Interactive Clashes, Custom by RTC, High Five E-Bucks, Dartfish, Archie's, Giant Meatworks and Kimberley Resorts. Tapping footy, and just a dive. Zach Smith. Don't know if this is AFL or diving. Really don't know. I don't know if this is the Olympics or the Adelaide Footy League. As another boundary throw in. So this time a bit further away from the Broadview goals and on the opposite angle. West and Anyang. West taps it down. Crumbing. Over top. PJ Carlin. Oh no, he's missed.
Ow!
He basically threw it up and kicked it out of midair. But he missed. He had a free goal and fumbled it twice.
He almost had to defy the law of physics to miss that goal, but he did. So Broadview, it's all down their end, and they're probably ruining a couple of missed opportunities as Glenunga will kick it out to the outer side again. We thank the cars out there for the lights. Ewan with the high kick, which will land out of bounds, because the breeze is not just left to right on your screen, folks. It's also heading out towards the eastern or outer side of this ground. So Broadview will take it. It's still, from what I can get, well, it's a bit hard. Broadview will put a ring around this mob of players. So it should mean Glenunga have some numbers. That hasn't stopped Langley taking the mark just outside of 50. Goes to a hot spot looking for Anyang. Bouncing ball. Dangerous for the Rams. He can pick it up. Kick and goal to Josh Costa. Glenunga have kicked 3 this quarter and are right back in this ball game on the Kieran Yoketsu scoreboard. It's Glenunga 6-4-40, Broadview 4-2-26.
I told you Josh Costa was the one to watch, and there he is shining in the midfield with a goal and gets the margin back to 14. Well, we thought it was going to be a very boring blowout game going the way of Glenunga. Broadview have changed our minds.
Just one thing, how many goals have you got for Broadview?
I have 3.
Yeah, I have 3 as well. Scoreboard here says 4, and that's what I'm reading off of. I have a feeling that goal that was kicked and led to a free kick, they've put on the scoreboard. So Broadview's score may not be as good as the scoreboard indicates, but we'll sort that out at halftime when the goal umpires confirm it.
So yes, I'm actually pretty sure it's 20 points. So they've only kicked 2 goals this quarter compared to the 3. It's got a 25-metre penalty going the way of Broadview. So still on the mark, Bayern coming off for Ethan Smith. Very quick break. So Darcy Modra on the footy now. Outside and bumping around O'Leary, Smith outside, inboard, Desira. Over the top, Marini. Short kick, Smith on the run, same as Parsons. And sliding on the mud, he's made his own teammate through the legs of Scabin. Now they can go outside, Anyang and Weston are 1-on-1. Weston pole position. Anyang faster though. Anyang very fast. Carlo Vasidis, great pick up. And great kick. He came, he conquered. Michaelani.
That's not an easy thing to do, that pick up in these conditions.
I was about to say yes, especially in these conditions. Great lead from Opperman. Kicked 5 in the Packy match against Salisbury North. Outside, Abe Davis coming in. Good punch by Wilson. Over the top. Smith with a good tackle. Glenunga tapping back. Pridham. Well line to intercept. Fumbling ball! Pinged! So Glenunga can now have a shot and set it 1 key. So a good short option 1 key gave. And a good give by Parsons.
He's going to be kicking right into that wind.
It's going to be very, very hard for him to kick this. Kick 1 key for his second of the game to be the second multiple goal scorer, along with Mitchell Marini. Declan Fahey coming back on. Oh, it's a pretty good kick. No, Abe Davis, no way he wins a 1-on-4. Tapped over the top.
He's good, but he ain't that good.
Yes, you're right. And it'll be a throw-in, half-forward flank from Glenunga. So yeah, I think they do need to fix that scoreboard, you're right.
Yeah, it's okay.
So hopefully that happens reasonably soon.
At least it's not the final quarter.
That's absolutely right. Kind of what sucks about having a manual scoreboard, but that's okay. So, small footy towards the half-forward flank even more than before. White's around it, kick out. And it's going to be saved, another boundary throw in on the broadcast end, the broadcast side. So there'll be another throw in. So, in the ruck, Abe Davis and Jesse White, the 10 and 20, the Sydney Swan players. White gets front position and grabs it. Handballs. It's going to go out of bounds once again. No, kept in. Kicked over the top. Leading. Oh, as well done. Back with the flight. Daniel Thompson. He's a hard one to go past. Forward. Who's there? Running jumps coming in everywhere. Free kick paid. And Broadview maintain possession. 14.5 minutes gone in the second term.
Thanks, Alex. All of that action happening behind my white wall. We've got a beautiful spot. Really glad we're inside. Keep coming, Alex. You still got to call some footy. Sorry, mate.
So, Carla Vasidis, great pickup. 2 good pickups in a row. Davis, DeSira, what a pickup as well. Banana that went about 1 metre. And it was played on the ball. That's a hospital kick, but it's worked. Very gutsy. Now they can go forward. Jesse White. It's gone through the legs of Michaelani. Forward. Broadview. The fans are getting happy about this one. Carlin's there. And it will go out of bounds, unfortunately, for Broadview. And now Glenunga can take the ball, and Thompson brings the lead in the out.
Of Parsons. Actually, we've got a 20. We haven't got a 20. Temi. It must be out there. Umpire's going to ball it up. And Yang and West, I'm pretty sure, has done all the ruck work for Glenunga today. And Yang and White, I guess, are the 2 options for Broadview. Great little kick around the body by Faye as he was hitting the turf. In fact, he was real to have been pushed. He's earned himself a free kick.
Declan Faye today with the rolled up socks. And yeah, Abe Davis, he's taken about 10% of the forward rucking. 10% of the rucking all in the forward ruck.
Yep, as the backup, certainly when it's down forward as well. As Glenunga is starting to get a few forward 50. Speaking of Davis, there's the bouncing ball. The veteran reads it better, gets hands to it. He's been tackled straight away, though, has to release the ball. And attacker becomes defender, defender becomes attacker, and it's holding the ball. And Ethan Smith is going to get himself another shot on goal. Pretty sure Smith had one earlier in the quarter but missed. This one is closer, but has an angle to deal with. And Alex, I'll get you to call it.
Well, Ethan Smith, who's first in the game, he's also one of my ones to watch. Ethan Smith, bit of an X factor in this Glenunga side. He's a piece to the puzzle, and the kick has gone right again. Now he has 2 behinds on the day. So yeah, he did miss one early in the quarter, or late in the first quarter. So now I'm pretty sure it's 3-20 to 6-5-41. It's 21 points, although the scoreboard says 15.
We will agree on that one and disagree with the official scoreboard here for the moment. And I can see why they put the goal on, because it was a great goal and they're probably putting it up and didn't realise that it had been rescinded. Glenunga going forward again. This is Butterworth. High kick to land 40 metres out. Here's Smith. He's irrepressible. He's going to keep getting the ball until he gets that goal. Pridham from 55. High kick. Marini was crunched. Also crunched was Butterworth once he picked it up, and umpire will say my ball. 45 metres out. We've gone 18 minutes of the second quarter. Broadview have won the quarter, which is great. Problem is they've given Glenunga a pretty big head start. Broadview try to go up the middle. Glenunga have got some numbers. Although it's interesting, it still looks like it's pretty much man on man, which is great to see. Into the pocket, and this is Marini, 50 metres out. Heading into my blind spot, Alex, so I'll let you take it from here.
Mitchell Marini, will he go to this third? No. 1 key on the lead. Got taken out. Ethan Smith, there's no way. He spun around. Declan Faye around to Archie's winner. And high tackle. High tackle going the way of Declan Faye. And it's a free goal for him. So in round 2, he kicked 1 with the 3 votes against Ross Trevor. Finn Wakeland missed half a siren in that game, so Glenunga escaped with a 1-point win. One of their 2 wins on the season, the other one last week against the Grove at Webb Oval. Commentate Glenunga, this is my 3rd time, never been to their home ground. Declan Fahey comes in, easy goal for him. And Declan Fahey off to a flyer, many disposals and a goal. So 19.5 minutes in, Glenunga now have a 26-point lead.
27-point lead, yep, agreed. Which means that Broadview have won this quarter by, about 5 points at the moment. Of course, it's not over yet. From earlier, should have mentioned the umpiring crew today. Salvatore Smolinski, Joel DeGillo, Luke Harrington are the field umpires. Anthony Bertoli, Daniel Milne are your boundary umpires. Jason Rigg and Robert Erigo are waving the calico for all the flags. And this is, to be honest, Alex, a much more high-scoring game than I anticipated in these conditions.
Absolutely. Now, forward, the mullet man coming in. Smith. He's overrun the ball. Broadview, can they get something out of here? No, it'll be a ball up 52 from home. So they're kicking a little away from the goal. So straight out, crunch! Huge tackle, and Broadview, it's a bit of bowling down here at Broadview Oval in Broadview. So Fahey, short handball, cheap handball. It wasn't a handball, it was a throw. So Scadden now. Will Scadden gonna look for a lead. He's gone into a pack instead. At the back, overheads. Anyang wraps up. So Parsons just coming off the bench for a spell. Straight into the action. Anyang taps backwards. And Pictar tried to milk a high 3, but no. Broadview, they're on a bit of on and off. They go up. Umpire doesn't waste any time. West, big punch toward the sideline. Saw Fahey chasing. He conquered. Buy-in out there. Big bump. So it's very close to going out of bounds, and now it eventually does. It will be a boundary throwing.
I wonder if at some point they're going to put the lights on here this afternoon, because it is just gone past 3 o'clock and it's already kind of dark with the cloud cover. One other thing I didn't mention early on, 4 changes for Broadview coming into the side this week. Lewis Saint, Darcy Modra, Jesse White, a welcome return after doing a hammy about a month back as Flanagan was about to take off. And I'll tell you what, Broadview, if you weren't having bad luck, you'd have no luck at all. A couple of times they looked to dash forward and have it brought back. West's kick. Anyang, the fly, the grab, no, not paid. Marini had it, lost it. The on kick around the body. Almost a Falcon. Spills out of bounds right in front of your commentary crew. Filming footy, we've got Sammy out in the elements on camera, and you've got Alex, I think holds the record as the youngest ever premiership player for the Woodville West Torrens Footy Club.
Won the premiership at 11 years old, started at 8. So
started at 8.
Took me a couple years, but persistence paid off.
That's it.
So throw in White and West. Not sure who won that one. It was a 50-50. Jesse White snaps out. Bounty footy crunch.
Oh. How did that miss?
I am just flabbergasted by that one. And Smith got up pretty easy, but down is Langley. This isn't a good sight for Broadview fans. They're going to stop the game. And
it's
very heavy collision there.
It wasn't intentional, just the instigator came off worse than the recipient on that occasion.
Don't see that much. Looks to be his jaw.
Yep.
So now they will resume play up in
he's got a
field. Zach Smith
good dental plan.
Zach Smith got checked on, but he's alright. And a bit of another stoppage. Wet weather footy, a lot of stoppages. 23,
almost 24 gone this quarter. Broadview to us have kicked 2 goals, 1. Meanwhile, Glenunga have kicked 1 goal, 2. Broadview would love another one Carlin couldn't quite grab it. Working his way through the contest was Beard, but he's missed. So a couple of chances for Broadview have gone begging in this quarter. They're certainly matching it for Glenunga, and they've seemed to have their fair share of inside 50s this quarter. Maybe haven't quite got the scoreboard reward they wanted.
Well, on the scoreboard, they still got 4 goals, but realistically, they have 3. So, out the back, Opperman's there, a little soccer off the ground is all it takes. They don't do that, though. Parsons picked it up and got tackled immediately. So, the View down by 26 points compared to the 32 at quarter time. Throw up, West and White. West grabs it out of the ruck. White with the smother. He can bomb it inside 50, has a big boot. Carlin's there. He's done not much this game. Soccer off the ground. Where will this go? Will it go out? And diving save like a goalkeeper, except he's attacking.
Well,
so don't see that much, but he's done very well. That
was the last disposal rule, because if he touches it, it's a throw-in. If he doesn't touch it, Glenunga get the ball. So that dive was to keep the ball inside Broadview's forward 50.
Put his body on the line. Carlin and West. West taps behind him. Falls to Costa. It's going to be kicked out by Marini. No. Handball. Pridham. Handballs. Harms. No one can pick it up. Manning. Back to Harms. Smothered by Marini. Mitchell variety. Opperman breaks free and marks. So now they can clear something. Thompson free on the wing. And they go there. Jump coming in late, Wilson. And a 1-2 mark by Thompson. Fahey short on the wing. Instead he goes shorter to Byron. Thomas Byron is a creative small forward. Short once again. This time to Opperman, and Thompson has dropped a 5-metre long handball. You really don't see that a lot in the game. 26 minutes in, Siren can't be far away. He kicked 3 goals in this quarter compared to the 7 in the first, and it went for about 27 minutes the first quarter. So bouncing ball, can Broadview snag one more? Tragaka's holding on to it, Flanagan an awful lot. Over the top, Harms. Will they get one? Punched over, and no, he can't soccer it in time, Scabbard. So it'll be another rush behind. Broadview now 3-4, 22 to the Glenunga 7-5, 47.
27 minutes gone. Half-time is imminent. Broadview would just love one more goal. Make use of this breeze while they got it, and they're going to get a chance. Jackson Wilson. Wormburner kick inside 50. Oh, 2 Broadview Tiger players go at it. Thankfully, one took the mark, and that's Will Scadden. Scadden hasn't kicked a goal this season. Played 1 game at A's he's kicked 2 goals this season from his 5 games. We'll see how he goes here. Initially played under-8s footy with Gazer in 2009. That was the start of his football journey. Half-time is such a big break. You really want to take momentum into it, and a goal here just gives the Tigers a sniff. From 40 through hands and wide. Well, they're not quite on track for what they did against Rocks when I was here about a month ago, where they kicked 3 goals, 20. This time they've kicked 3 goals, 5. Glenunga are 7 goals, 5, so a straight 24-point margin. Kieran Hyoketsu scoreboard.
Wow, 3 goals, 20 is absurd. So it'll be a throw-in, 28 and a bit minutes gone. So can't be long left. In the right will be White and West.
Interesting
2
little
W's.
marquee they've got out there. Self-sufficient.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty important to have some shelter today.
Out the back towards that pocket. Tap down by West, goes for the double tap. Broadview are going backwards currently. Byron tried to pick it off like he's the own teammate. High, Marini, Ryan variety. Broadview, can they snag one more quickly? No, they can't. And Tragaka's rush it out anyway. So, 29 minutes in, and that will conclude the second quarter. Goal scorers Broadview, Josh Costa, Kobe Wilson, Chol Angyang all with 1. Glenunga, Mitchell Morini with 2. Parsons, Wonky, Davis, Faye and Pridham all with 1. Next players of the quarter, Ethan Smith, Declan Faye, Jordan West, Matthew Beard, Anyang and Josh Costa. So we will see you after the halftime break for a very entertaining third quarter. The scoreboard has now been fixed. It is 3-6, 24, 7-5, 47. Broadview trailing by 23. Britain, Broadview, Josh Costa, Kobe Wilson, Joel Angan. You're with Phil Herden for the first bounce.
Thank you, Alex. And good news, we're all aligned. Scoreboard and us. Marini with the clearance. Takes a bounce, if you don't mind, in the wet weather style where you don't let go of the football. Kicks into the tennis club pocket. Couple of rams in the pocket. Beautiful kick back to Wonky. I'll tell you what, you'd want to bottle whatever the coach says to do at the start of the quarter, because 3 quarters gone and Glenunga have got a shot on goal in the first minute of every quarter so far. This is to Wonky. This is to try and re-establish some Rams dominance. But they did let go a little bit in the second quarter, but Broadview maybe didn't take as much use of. Wonky slams that home. That's his second goal, his 5th for the season. And just like that, we're back to a 29-point margin. The game high is 32.
Well, surprising. Abe Davis has only kicked 1 so far.
Just some scores around the grounds. This is around about half-time. Games of consequence. Prince Alfred at home to Payneham Norwood Union. It's the Redmen by 3. St. Peter's hosting Sacred Heart. It's Spock by 17, 36-19. Another close one at Hawke Park. Salisbury North 30, Port District 29. Now, if those margins hold, St. Peter's and Salisbury North win, we'll have a 4-way tie for top tonight. And the other game, good quarter to Golden Grove. They have the game division high lead at half-time, 26 points over Ross Trevor.
So back to the action. Zach Smith fumbled the ball many times and will somehow climb a free kick out of it. So Zach Smith, solid role player for Glenunga at the half-back line.
Any thoughts on the Archies? Sorry, Alex, any thoughts on the Archies so far?
Well, Declan Fahey probably for me.
Okay.
Cracker game so far. As it'll be a throw-in on the far side once again. A lot of the footy has been played over that side, so see, will much get played over this side on the broadcast end? We'll wait and see. Western White in the ruck. They've done most of it so far today. And Young and Carlin starting at full forward. Coming footy, Marini over the top to the X Factor, Easton Smith. High up and under, Abe Davis. He's nearly 1-on-1 on 3. Kicked inboard. Oh, crumbed inboard. Tapping out, tapping through the legs like an NFL snap. And it'll be thrown in.
Fascinated to see if they give Abe a run in the midfield at some time today. I think it was 2 years ago, maybe last year. I caught a game at Webb Oval, which you've got to get to, Alex, at some point. And, yeah, he grabbed it out of the centre, took a bounce, ran to the edge of the square and slotted it home.
I've seen that goal. It was
goal of one of the goals of the season.
It was like 70 or 80 metres out. And
meanwhile, he's got the clearance on this occasion, gets the kick out. It's going to be a snap-on goal. And that has missed everything. Oh, no, it snuck in for a behind. And so Glenunga increased their lead. It's now an even 5 goals.
Yeah, I did see that goal, actually, when I commentated Game of the Round, Prince Alfred versus the Spots. As PJ Carlin nearly goes to Specky. Marini, sideways like a rugby pass. Bouncing footy, Abe Davis. Little crow throw out of bounds. And, it's a handball. So, can't see that very well from out here. And it's been basically reversed.
It's in the marquee.
He has hit the marquee. All the fans over there have
It's on the street.
All the fans over there have run off.
I know.
So,
I think they've come up here. It's getting kind of noisy. We've got an audience. We've got a studio audience today, Alex. No pressure.
People on stages, people behind us. It's everywhere. Now they can go inside. Towards the goal square. Who's there? All Broadview, and Jesse White takes the mark. Finally, the ball will come out to this broadcast side. Wilson can't take the grab. Thompson around it. Handball. Parsons ducking and weaving. It's going to hook all the way left. And a fan tried to take a mark there. Just couldn't hold on to it. Around where the car park is, there'll be a kick in going the way of Darcy Bodger.
You would tend to think a 5 or 6 goal lead should be enough for Glenunga turning from home. And they're at 5 goals at the moment. or 5 goals. Oh, they haven't added the point. More scoreboard drama here at Broadview. That was a behind, wasn't it? Yeah, okay. We've got it sorted. Meanwhile, it's a Glenunga free.
Well, there's no one on the scoreboard right now.
There is one guy standing next to it, sort of guarding it.
And he hasn't done anything.
In case anybody dares to change it. So what do we got here? We've got a shot on goal, just outside 50, a couple of runners ignored. With this breeze, you would think it would be in range. Maybe adjusting to a little bit of a cross breeze is the challenge. The Silvers kick does fall short. Off hands, Parsons. Oh my goodness. Parsons with a goal of the highest level. He's got his second. I remember seeing this kid, and he's probably not a kid anymore, when he made his debut for North Adelaide. Showed great talent, and he displayed it well and truly there. So Glenunga have almost, for mine, got a winning lead. It is a match high lead on the Kieran Hietsu scoreboard. Notice they changed that pretty quick. I've got it at 9-7. Broadview 3-6. If that is the case, it's a 37-point lead.
Yeah, well, it should be 37 as Parsons becomes the third multiple goal kicker of the game. White and West in the rugs, they've both done 90% today. Tapped by Costa, down, outback Wilson. Columbus chasing, outruns him. Smith, Pridham, forward Faye. He's been outstanding today. Probably front runner for the Archies currently. So Faye travels a good 10 metres. Inside Wonky, can't take the mark. Pushing the back, unrealistic attempt. So we'll go the way of Jaden Ryan. So Ryan will go long. Good intercept mark by Daniel Thompson. The young gun, Abe Davis. Great falling mark from the big Abe Davis. 192 centimetres, 97 kilos. Abe Davis, 2 times Keith Sims medalist. Sturt Sandford, 2020 to 2022, 48 games, 63 goals. South Sandford, 2018-2019, 54 games. 2017-2019, 54 games, 51 goals. So he's taking a long run up, Abe
He's got
Davis,
the wind at his back.
to move up to 15 goals on the year. 2016 Swans rookie. The big number 10, Abe Davis. 2-time Keith Sims medalist. Oh, that's a pretty good cake. Picture perfect. Abe Davis makes the second goal scorer of the game. Him, Wonky, Parsons and Marini all with 2. Faye and Pridham with 1. Broadview, Costa, Wilson and Anyang with 1. And man, it's crazy. Glenunga. So Broadview dominated, or didn't dominate. They were over Glenunga in the second quarter, won the quarter by 9, and Glenunga are currently winning the quarter by 20.
Yep. First 3 goals. Broadview. I'm struggling to remember an inside 50, and we've gone 8.5 minutes. An inside. Still very much alive. They've just had a tough start, and some might say, based on the other results, an easier final third of the round robin. They have it now with West. Broadview have barely had a possession, maybe 4 or 5. That's an inside 50 courtesy of Glenunga to Thompson, who's got a bit of space. You really get the feeling the game is opening up now. It sits with Temmie in front of the Broadview bench.
All the curly haired.
Plenty of options.
All the curly haired people now have straight hair because of the wind, rain.
Yeah.
Scadden. Carlin can't get there in time. Carlin can get it now. He doesn't get it now as well. Picked up. Handballed outside. Chucked on the boot. Nearly to Specky. Marini, Mitchell variety. Handballs it to his brother Ryan. Opperman. Back to Ryan Marini. Outside to inboard to Sierra. Smith and Davis! Can't get it. Just quiet. Smith got pushed. Tried to handball up to Bayern. Bayern tried to rip it out a few hands. And it'll be a ball up. 10 minutes into the term. Glenunga have a 43-point lead. Davis, double tap. Bayern jumping on the ball. And it will be a ball up. Umpire telling Smith, Opperman and a few other boys to stop the hassle. So another throw up. Michaelani handballed right to Wilson. Marini picked up by Butterworth. High tackle. Tom Butterworth tries to look for a handball. Has West, Smith and others behind him. Instead goes inside 50. Davis fell down on the boots of many. Another on the boot. No one can mark it. Passing's attempted. Got slung to the ground. And Trigakis will be waiting to come on the bench. And it'll be a ball up. Davis in the ruck this time. Barrel out. Anyang. West did well. So did Anyang. Anyang handballed it. So, Scadden, back to Anyang. Got put under pressure by Scott. Scott launches inside. Abe Davis, there's no way. There is no way. And tapped over the line by Jackson Wilson.
Under pressure every step of the way with the Broadview defence. But they'll get the ball now. Manning calls some traffic, then runs off and heads long for the outer side. Get a little bit of help with the breeze to get it away from here. And the reason why you kick off to the outer side is you get that breeze giving a little bit of help blowing it out, which is a harder, maybe 2 kicks to come back. Was touched, so it will be a throw in. 12 minutes gone of the third quarter. It's been all Glenunga. They scored a goal in the opening minute, 3 in the first 5. Broadview did kick back-to-back in the second quarter, but didn't quite convert as many of their opportunities in the second as Glenunga did in the first. As that kick forward, out of bounds, Glenunga ball.
Broadview have not scored yet this term. And we're 12 and a half minutes in. So, kicking in now. Eager. The help skipper hasn't done much today. And a high fly from a couple Glenunga numbers. Broadview, can they go into their forward 50 now? Free kick going the way of... It's back downfield and it will
throw
be
in, I think.
No free kick. You're right, it is a throw in. Good spot there, Phil. So, thank you very much to the Broadview Club for giving us free food and drinks over there. Very good club room, so Anyang down, running around Butterworth, ring around to Rosie, drop mark, just kind of is what is costing Broadview. Trigakis, and that's going to be 25, nice play on. Ethan Smith in a 1-on-3. Broadview can go now, no way. Smith has crumbed it out of nowhere. Snap around the body, Davis. Oh my word. Oh, there's no way he's played on. Opperman. Davis should not have played on. He could have had 3 and he probably would have had 3.
I wonder if he played on or it was called touched. But how about that effort by Smith? 3-on-1 and he beat the 3. Wow.
I thought Broadview, they were home for that play. But turns out...
They're hanging on, the Tigers. A lot of players in that square at the moment. Trying to crash through the pack. And all Broadview can do, all they can do at the moment is concede behinds. Yet to score this quarter, every point that Glenunga score increases their lead heading into the 3-quarter time break. Right now the margin is a game high, 44 points. Rams looking for their 3rd win of the season and their 2nd in a row. First time they go back-to-back. Broadview, that first win Well, it looks like it might be another week away.
Well, the rain is picking up now, and a possible lightning. All the car lights coming on now. Inside, it's a hospital kick. Saint. It's going to be hard to score now. Bouncing ball outside. Will it reach? No. Big kick. Will get smothered. Zach Smith. Over the top. All the lights turning on now. Opperman. Free kick against Opperman. So Broadview will move it fast. This is Manning, the vice captain.
We've got 4 cars along that wing, all putting their lights on for us.
Then they're all next to each other. So now this is Ryan. Over top, slipped was Modra and Young and West. Now to Syrah. High ball, Davis. Double spoil, bouncing ball scattered, tackled by Bayern, and it will be out of bounds. It'll be throw-in, 16 minutes gone, 10-9-69 to Broadview, 3-6-24. Obviously the score says 10-8 in here, but it is not, it's 10-9.
That score on the Kieran Hirketsu scoreboard. From the throw-in, it spills out the back. Marini, who got this show on the road with 2 goals in the first 3 minutes, will not be able to escape. Will be another stoppage, 40 metres out. Davis was harangued but managed to get the tap anyway. Now it's a combination of Desira and Trigakis laying the tackle for Glenunga. Another stoppage, on this time on the 50 arc. Davis, Jesus, plays everywhere. Fay with the high kick. Not sure it's really going to be a day for those kind of marks, but doing well and taking a good weather mark there in the ball on the chest, Jesse Temmie. Too far out the score, you would think. So we'll put it back up to where there's a big pack, and Broadview certainly have a couple of players more loose in defence than they did before. The man-on-man tactic didn't really work in the first quarter, Alex, because Glenunga kicked 6 goals with that and really set up a lead that Broadview haven't been able to haven't been able to recover from.
Hill does well on Butterworth. Be a bounty throw-in. I'm currently counting. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars with lights
They're
on.
lighting up. I reckon they're listening to us because more are lighting up as we speak.
Make it 8 on the tennis court side.
And the towers are on too now.
And the tower lights are on too. As another car joins in the light train. Back to the action, Marini to his brother. The brothers link up. Ryan to Mitchell, and Mitchell goals. He has 3. The leading goal kicker of this game so far, Mitchell Marini. Played well. It might be between him and Faye for the Archies.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's one for the family scrapbook. And the Rams march on. And Broadview, almost in the time on of the third quarter, have been scoreless. And their last inside 50 is becoming a bit of a faint memory. The Tigers, it is the start of a 3-game homestand. It doesn't get any easier for them. Next week they're hosting St. Peter's Old Collegians. And round 10 they're hosting Sacred Heart. They're 2 of the top 4 teams in this BTR Excavations Division 1.
High up and under, Hill Butterworth. Butterworth wins. Hill comes out on top late. The mullet man with a good shepherd on Carlo Vasidis. But Carlo Vasidis, his pickups have been outstanding today. West to Ryan Marini. Goes forward. Smith with a great spoil. And free kick. Yep, I can see that. So Jackson Wilson, number 5, goes outside. Kobe Wilson does well. He plays on. Can Broadview do something finally? Jesse White's there. He can't mark it. Glenunga come out on top. Handball from Scott over the top. Ryan Marini got taken high, but umpire didn't see it. Carlo Vasidis now. Another good pickup to add to his collection. Saeed, probably been the best on the day right now. And he slips while kicking it. Still a good kick nonetheless. Ethan Smith, the crummer, to Byron. Byron recovers well. Thompson can't pick it up. Modra, handball to the other number 11, Thompson. A. Davis will have to run a bit on Jaden Ryan. And Ryan will just literally throw it out. And it will be a boundary throw in. 20 minutes gone into time on now.
Just ticked over that 20-minute mark. It's been a good quarter for Glenunga. They've kicked 4 goals, 3. Broadview have not altered their half-time score. And it's been down the southern end of the ground, the northeast road end here at Broadview. As Flanagan picks it up, Broadview have run pretty much the same script of every time they get it, go to that outer side, where they do have some numbers. Hills battled hard. So we'll have the 3-2-1 for the High 5 e-bikes player of the year. And we'll also have the Archies player of the game. We'll interview. Hopefully it doesn't rain too hard. And that also comes with a $50 voucher thanks to the Settlers Tavern at Ingle Farm.
So outside, Broadview claim possession, holding the footy. The fans under the marquee are pumped about that on their back under, supporting the Rams, who have a convincing 45-point lead. A. Davis at the back. Really turn in time, no. Parsons tapped it out, and another boundary throw-in. So Broadview haven't scored this quarter. 21 minutes and 40 seconds gone.
Yeah, those marquee fans are all Glenunga, and I think it's a bit of tradition the Rams have had for a while where their B grade would gather together in the pocket just by themselves. Be a bit of a semi-cheer squad for the A's. I think that's what they've done. They've even got their own marquee now. Very impressive.
It's going to be a push in the back. Heading to PJ Carlin. Carlin spent most of his time in the full forward line today. Gets called to play on. Davis closing in. Jaden Ryan, Tragaka's there to comfort him. Has Langley, goes out more outside to Darcy Modra, who was going to play on and didn't. Now kicks it out outside. This could be one of their best pieces of play so far today. Lewis Saint. Get a few possessions in a row and this will be good for them. Has Manning backwards. And now they'll probably kick to the contest. No. Short to Tyron Hill. Hill's a small, sneaky forward who can go anywhere. He now plays on. Central. It's well done. PJ Carlin on the run. He's a big boot. Instead opts to handball back. This is McKenzie. Tyler McKenzie. Outside Josh Costa. Taps. Jukes. Runs into a brick wall in Daniel Thompson. I thought I could have been holding the ball, but umpire said no. And was that lightning?
Yeah, saved by the boundary line, I think, on that occasion. The tackling of Thompson today has been elite. He hasn't let much get past him at all. In fact, it's going to be a ball up.
And that wasn't lighting, that was just a reflection. My mistake. Faye Desira. Picked up by a few different people. And hold the footy. Broadview. They're getting a few things going their way now. 24 minutes gone and they haven't scored yet. Not even a minor. So, Broadview, they're going to look to go somewhere.
Yeah, Declan Faye's not in the greatest way, I might add.
Oh, no, he's not. Looks like a groinal injury.
He might have got one in a sensitive spot, possibly.
It very well looks like it. Yes, he has. But Saint to Mulron. Haven't called him much, if not any, today. He goes even shorter back to Saint. Yeah, Faye doesn't look good out there, but... Jesse White!
Oh,
it's not
yeah.
Mark. I didn't think so. And the ump called play on. And even the Glenunga runner was calling it Mark. He put his hands up, signalling a mark. And Declan Fay now getting comforted by the trainer for the Rams. Ball up, Modra. Hacks on his boot. Who's there? Spoiled. Scadden. Scadden still going. Outside heel. Gets on his boot. Broadview finally score, but it's a point though. See, they can't deal with that. If they want to, they steal. Their percentage is 35%, and it might go down to around 30 after this one.
Kick 49 more of those, and they're half a chance. The margin of 50 becomes 49. Got a little rule. Doesn't apply to AFL, but it applies to Adelaide Footy League and Sandful. It's a rule of mine, Alex. It's called the 40-40 rule. If you're up by 40 points and there's 40 minutes of game time left, i.e. 20-minute mark of the third quarter, if you're up by 40 points, pencil it in. You've got the points, because I think only once in about 15 years has a team come back from that to win, at least at Sandful level, and I can't see Broadview doing it here. They will need to get 12 goals, and they've only got 3 so far this game. And what's more, Glenunga have the ball right now, which they'll bring across. They're happy to play times off. Zach Smith, yeah, let's just keep the ball away from Broadview. They can't do much without the ball. Temmie has a runner on the far side. There's a slight change of game plan. First quarter they got the ball, they just bombed away at everything. There is the bomb in the Davis direction. That's where Broadview have their numbers. But do they have the crummers? The soccer is awry. Another behind to Glenunga. I think that makes them 11-9. Let's see what this... 11-9 it is?
That's 11-10. They still haven't put that...
Oh, of course. That's right. We've been out by... Got it back.
It was 50 before, now it's 51.
Yep. Thank you, Alex. Glad someone's keeping track of things. 27 gone. It's all Glenunga.
Manny will kick out. Outside to one Glenunga man, and that is Thomas Michaelani. Wonder if in relation to Max, the Crow star. Inside, Davis is there, one key and co. Smith picking up. Broadview dodging and weaving. Michaelani might get it back in. Oh, collision. Hill and Michaelani collide. 27.5 minutes gone. 76 to 25, 11-10 to 3-7. Runners hair wet, players hair wet, everyone's wet.
Except us.
Except us.
We're warm and we're dry, thank goodness.
It's very cosy in here. West picks up. Scott Butterworth, Michaelani on the ball. Trying to fend off multiple. Anyang says not today. And 25. Anyang will happily take that. And fans have to go retrieve the ball. That has gone a good 100 metres.
That's a big 25. That's got to be a 50. Surely.
I reckon, if not even a 75. That may be a new record in the Adelaide Footy League, possibly. I've seen 150 in the AFL, but nothing else. So, Anyang, 28.5 minutes gone, they're going to want to go quick. Wilson saying just bomb it in there. Get it towards Jesse and PJ. Who's there? It's all Glenunga. They've got all the numbers. Butterworth scoops. Kicked out. Can they do something now? No. Picked up. Ducking. And that is three-quarter time. Glenunga 11-10, 76. Broadview 3-7, 25. And there's a bit of a brawl. 25 metres from the Broadview goal. I love seeing this in local footy.
Have you called any boxing yet, Alex, in your commentary career?
I've called footy boxing, not real boxing.
Not boxing, I was about to say. Oh! Someone wanted to go on with it.
People are falling every which way.
Yeah.
Not sure what started with it.
Trying to get a late free kick. The umpire saying, just go to your huddle, boys.
Meanwhile, quickly go over the goal kickers. Marini 3, Parsons 2, Wonky 2, Davis 2, Faye 1, and Pridham with 1. And then for Broadview, Josh Costa, Kobe Wilson, and Charles Anyang with 1.
Yellow card.
Yellow card. Don't see that much. Saw 2 in the game. Ross Trevor versus Sacred Heart, and now one in this one.
Now the problem is, a yellow card's been pulled in the direction of about 15 Glenunga players. I've got no idea who's copped it.
Neither do I. It's just fans kicking what looks like a Port District Guernsey.
I guess we'll get an idea who goes to the interchange bench at the quarter time. Meanwhile, Kilburn are warming up. They've got an inclusive league game after this one. But three-quarter time here at Broadview, Alex.
Well, so, Coach Sam Smith will want a percentage booster, and we will see you guys in the last quarter after this short break.
Jack, I'm gonna jump when you dance.
And welcome back to the VTR Excavations Division 1 Round 8 action. Here is Glenunga and Broadview. Glenunga 11-10-76 to Broadview 2-3-7-25. Glenunga winning by 51 points. Man, this game has been crazy. My tip of 40 is well and truly on the cards.
Yeah.
Coach Doug Fergus will be wanting to narrow the lead for Broadview. Coach Sam Smith, interim coach for Glenunga, will be wanting a bit of a percentage booster. Declan Fahey probably leading the Archies currently. He's had a great game so far, along with Ethan Smith. Abe Davis with 2 goals, Marini 3, Parsons 1 key, also with 2. Fahey and Pridham with 1 each for Glenunga. And then for Broadview, Costa, Wilson and Anyang all with 1. You're with Phil Herden to start the fourth quarter to see can Glenunga advance the lead and can Broadview narrow it.
Got some scores around the grounds we'll share with you shortly. The bench for Glenunga is 29 Bjorn, 19 Scott and 9 Ryan Marini. I'm putting myself out there. I think it was Marini who maybe copped the yellow card. We'll see who doesn't come back on in the next 10 minutes. But Glenunga have got the points. It's really a case now of how far, and can Broadview put up a stand with this breeze in the final quarter. They'll look to get a clearance. Beard will pick it up. Use that breeze towards the Carlin direction. Off his chest. Pick up by Hill, trying to find some space back to Carlin. Here come the Glenunga numbers. Socket off the ground, and Yang went down to pick it up, just couldn't get the footy. It's half footy, it's half soccer at the moment as Marini plays with the boundary line. It's out of bounds. Gives me a chance to give you some scores around the ground. I'll give you the close ones first. Payneham and Prince Alfred. Payneham looking for win number 2. Lead Prince Alfred, who have 2 wins, 43-41. The other close game is reasonably close. It's at Salisbury North. Port District have kicked away a little bit, 7-11-53. Salisbury North 5-8-38. We'll see who has the breeze, and I'll give you the other 2 scores at our next break.
O'Leary started this quarter with 3 touches, couldn't make it 4, as I reckon. Yes, it was. It was Jack Scott who got the yellow card. Marini and Bayern about to come on.
Okay.
So yes, Jack Scott. Meanwhile, on the massage
So
table
it wasn't
is Carl.
Bayern who got the yellow card. He's on now.
And it wasn't Marini because he's about to come on. At least. Oh, actually, no, I reckon it was Marini.
Maybe, or he's just looking longingly at the game, thinking about what did I do?
Well, Michaelani now gets a clearance, but that clearance won't count. It is a throw, and I'm quite sure what that signal means. It's like a bit of an L. So it's a downfield free. So Josh Costa, he could probably kick this. There's a pretty good boot. Gonna look for someone off half back. Instead goes for a setup. Carlin's there, spoiling footy. People are grabbing left, right and centre, out of bounds to be touched.
The other scores around, and these ones you can almost write the premiership points in now. Spock at home, 11-8-74. Sacred Heart, 4-2-26. 48-point lead to St. Peter's over Sacred Heart. And Ross Trevor trailing Golden Grove by 44 points at Campbelltown.
So Golden Grove and Ross Trevor was meant to be game of the round, and it was, but it doesn't really look like it. Payneham and Prince Alfred probably is game of the round. As Sacred Heart losing by 8 goals. That is huge. St. Peter's there. They're in form. Beat Glenunga at Cater Oval. Glenunga, probably the best accuracy you ever see. 10 goals straight in that game. St. Peter's 14-14. Marini now with the ball. Gets tackled high. Mitchell Marini. He's had a day out. Along with Faye, Carla Vasitas, Smith, West, Anyang, Beard, Costa and O'Leary. They're the best players on the game so far. Not paid anything. West, Marini runs into a brick wall. Broadview go forward. Great save, like a goalie. Hockey or soccer. Langley stood under it but couldn't mark it. A good spoil, and now a ball up. Finally a stoppage.
Having a feeling we're going to call a few stoppages in this final quarter, Alex. As White got the tap, took the ball himself, gave a don't argue, then the hand pass out. So pretty impressive to do all that in the space of a couple of seconds. Ball does go forward where Glenunga's defence swarm and create the stoppage, 15 metres out. I think there's a bit of drizzle rain happening at the moment. It's going to be a snap on goal and another miss, courtesy of Broadview, that being Langley.
And they added this onto the scoreboard this time.
That is, he has scored. So see if Broadview can set up a bit of a ring defending here.
Maybe it was Jack Scott, because Marini is coming on now.
At the 5-minute mark, okay.
Oh yeah, the 5 minutes, is it 10 minutes for the yellow card?
Yep.
So yeah, it would have been Jack Scott.
Okay, so I've got to write a letter of apology to Ron Marini. So Ron, I'll see if I can find some Archies for you.
So, White and West. Oh, Michaelani instead in the ruck. Oh, clearing out. There's no way. Oh, it's hit the post. That was a crazy kick from Beard. And about the same place from where Marini kicked it, but on a tighter angle. So, Mitchell Marini will get the Jag Meatworks unless someone snags a Jag Meatworks snag of the day out of nowhere. Ryan Marini on the ball. He's done well. Handballs. Ends up going to himself. Over the top Opperman. Handball short. Now they can go. And free kick backwards going the way of Marini.
I'm pretty sure, remember when they gave that fourth goal to Broadview that wasn't a goal, that at that stage they were 3-3. They're now 3-9, which means they've kicked a goal since in behinds.
Maybe they lost their momentum just because of that scoreboard error. Who knows? Falls at the back to Manning. Backwards to White. He's run a marathon. Whoa, no one can mark him on the ground. It's going to be a free kick. No free kick. Both one-on-one contestants into ground. And it feels like there's heat going right on my face right now. It's holding the ball. Meanwhile, inside Carlin hasn't done much today. And he'll get a free kick. PJ Carlin. Saw him warming up with these set shots before the game. And I can't quite see Jack Scott on the bench, so I reckon it was him that got the yellow card.
He's just... Oh, that's Carlo Vacitis who's ready to come back on, so...
Jack Scott, there he is. Oh, no, that was Declan Fahey. So, PJ Carlin. Can he get the fourth on the board for Broadview and the first for him? The big man... Pretty good kick, and he'll get a consolation prize for Broadview. Congratulations, you won second place. Collect a goal.
Don't pass go.
Collect $200 for your game.
That's it.
And here comes the rain.
Just a note, Broadview's lowest score this season is 5-5-35, which was against Port District. So they're 2 points short of that. They also kicked 3 goals, 21 against Ross Trevor. So they'll be glad to get off that 3-goal mark. 4 goals, 9-11-10 on the Kieran Hyoketsu scoreboard. Back in the middle. G West has been good today. Glenunga going forward. I think that's the first time that Glenunga haven't kicked the first goal of the quarter. As they've centred the ball up, got a target. This could be Ryan Marini, I think it is. We're anxiously waiting to see who will come on at the 10-minute mark. Who will be our mystery yellow-carded player? You might have to call this, Alex. Can't see the goals.
Ryan Marini drifts right.
Not that I needed to.
It's been handballed out. That should be last disposal. It
is. Yeah. If you want to concede, you have to be a little bit more subtle than that.
I know, you can't just handball it out. That is not the rules. And Ethan Smith will take the kick. So we've got Michaelani, Trugarkis and others on the bench. Can't quite see that far.
Okay.
About to hit the 10-minute mark in a minute. And meanwhile, a point. Hang on, has it even registered a score? I don't reckon it has.
No, it was marked, I think.
So yeah, it was marked. Confirmation, and DeCiro taps it out. So it'll be a boundary throw in. 9 minutes gone. We probably will see that person coming on any minute now.
Hoping for a break in the rain real soon for our post-game presentation interview.
Yeah, well, I will throw down to you when that moment. You will be on the field, so hopefully that'll be alright. West, pat down, Marini, can't get it, can't quite, Langley. Carlo Vacitis comes through, his pick-up's been outstanding today, and that should be last disposal. I thought it was a soccer kick, and it came off his foot, but nothing paid, so another throw in. West, and White. And here comes Jack Scott.
Okay.
It was him who got the yellow. Sorry, Ryan Marini. So,
I'll wear that
10-minute
one.
mark has just been hit. And a free kick going the way of Nicholas Egar. No, Hugh DeSira. Yes. So now we'll go forward. Who's there? Broadview's there. That's who. Hill kicks. And can't quite see this one. Right in the unseeable spot, this one.
Well, at this point, Broadview have got a chance of winning 2 out of the 4 quarters. The problem is Glenunga won the first quarter by 32 and they won the second quarter by 28. Broadview won the second quarter by 9 and at the moment are winning this quarter by 8. So it has been a game that's favoured the team kicking to your right of screen, which Broadview are doing in this final quarter. Bjorn on the turnover, and that's what happens when you have a turnover. It frees up an open player. And occasion looks to be Parsons who has it. And even though he's into the breeze, we've got 2 really good contenders for goal of the day. Parsons' snap was definitely one of them, and Mitch Marini's early in the game from the boundary was the other. So this to put a 12th goal, and as Glenunga start to get within range of the 5, percentage becomes more important. From 45, what's he done? He has kicked it across the face. Didn't score.
That's like it.
Soccer
Ethan
off the
Smith.
ground. Well,
Ethan Smith is on another soccer. He got goal of the day across all divisions when they played St. Peter's for the one that I commentated, the clash against St. Peter's. There was a crazy out of midair, and he just replicated it, but on the ground, and not from a tight angle.
So who was that? Was Ethan Smith?
Yes, it certainly was.
I almost gave it to the wrong Smith, who has also played his junior footy at the Maroubra Saints, where Abe Davis played his junior footy.
Wonder if they ever played together.
Yeah, well, they're certainly playing together now and combining well up forward. 8 goals won, that's 49 points. That's the margin on the Kieran Ketsu scoreboard. Thank all our supporters. Bringing you all the BTR Excavation Men's Division 1 games streamed this year, thanks to Filming Footy. Broadview the kick, a chance. Lovely tackle, hold him the ball. He slung around, didn't really make contact with it. And that's a lovely tackle by Jack Scott.
Jack Scott, just short, sharp kick. Back to Zach Smith. PJ Carlin confronting on the mark. Yeah, so Abe Davis, 2016 was on the Sydney roster. That time Jesse White wasn't quite at Swans, he was at Collingwood. Continued his career there after he retired in the AFL in 2017. Then in 2018 he went to Glenelg, went there until 2020, and in 2020 went to Broadview and been there since 2020. Went to North and been there since 2022 at Broadview. Back to the action. Faye over the top. Now they can go. Carl Vasidis. Hat kick out. Bouncing ball. Bayern chasing, but he won't get there in time. Ooh! And he's giving him a run for his money by giving them in that big bump. 82-33. Gutsy kick and not taken. Bouncing ball over the top. Langley. Can they get something finally? PJ Carlin won't get there in time. And there'll be another minus score. No, it'll be out of bounds after disposal rule. 14 minutes, and they're not wasting any time, Glenunga. I'm not sure why they have all the time in the world to waste. Charlie Pridham here. He's a good role player, great role player, say, for Glenunga in the midfield, on the wing. Now One-Key has 2 goals on the day. Forward. Smith crumbing, can't get there in time. Now gets it finally. Wheels and goes. They have the numbers out here, Glenunga. Faye, the bounce landed right for him. Ryan Marini. Oh, he had Davis over the top. Went backwards. To his brother. The brothers link up. Mitchell Marini. Steadies. Just misses. I think he
I'll tell you what.
He could have had 4.
I only bought one pair of Archies. Can we give it to the 2 Marinis?
I think
they didn't. They can share the hotel voucher. But anyway, just if they'd have combined again for 2 goals today, I reckon that would have been up there. We've got probably about 5 minutes to decide our prize winner, by the way, Alex. Just keep that in mind as the game progresses. Broadview, quick transition. They're already at forward 50. Carlin gets the leap. And Yang, great athleticism to get the ball, has a runner, trying to find the open Hill, who was open. Back to Carlin, who's got to get a ground level ball, still just pushes it forward. Who's going to chase onto it? Sock it off the ground. Brought to ground, there's lots of white, don't see a lot of black. What's that, 5-2?
Hold the ball.
In that area of the field, and holding the ball is the call. Was deemed that Temi did not make sufficient attempt to get rid of it. And it's going to be a Broadview kick on goal. Thought Glenunga with their numbers would do it pretty easily. It is Josh Byrne, who did spend some time with the Port Adelaide Magpies last year, originally from Central Whyalla, and he has dobbed it. So Broadview have avoided their lowest score this season. They go to 5-9, 39. 4 of those 5 to the right of screen. Glenunga at 12-11, that's 83 on the Kieran Hioketsu scoreboard.
Well, respectable 44 points now. Glenunga double digits in both categories. As we'll go around the ground, Paynham have a lead over Prince Alfred by 8 points. Other games, basically all smashings. Port District have kicked away, and Golden Grove still with the lead. Broadview they can go now. Hill can't pick up. Carla Vasilis another clean pick up. Holding go the way of Tyrant Hill.
Yeah, the only close one is Prince Alfred and Paynham. Paynham on the road leading by 8 points. A result that would Prince Alfred in danger of being in the relegation zone.
Can they become 2-6? As meanwhile, Joshua Byrne again. They're giving Broadview some hope. Although I'm not sure that they will come back now. They're going to need 8 goals in probably a span of 10 minutes. Joshua Byrne now has 2. First multiple goal scorer for the Tigers in the yellow and black. So well done by Hill to spark that one. And yeah, Paynham could move up to 2-6. While Broadview still can't find a win. 0-8 they will be after.
And they get St. Peter's next week, the all-conquering Spock, who are taking care of Sacred Heart today. Having a look at if those results hold. Port District will be solo on top at 7-1. Sacred Heart and St. Peter's at 6-2. Salisbury North and Rocks will drop to 5-3. Golden Grove will rise to 4-4 out of the 5. And Glenunga starting to get in contention at 3-5 with a percentage booster this afternoon.
Ethan Smith wheels and goes to an open man. Jordan Opperman for his first of the game, the big number 13. So he could make Glenunga 13 goals. They've only kicked 2 goals to this end. 10 have been to the right of screen. Kicked 6 that way in the first quarter and 4 in the third. As Butterworth comes on for the Syrah. Opperman strolls in. Pretty damn good kick. It has just reached. It's a goal. Make it 89-45. Wowee, 54 points if I'm not mistaken. Yes, 44.
Yeah, I'd give you 44. Opperman, first goal today, 6 for the season. One of only 4 Glenunga players to have played all 8 games so far. Pridham, Carla Vasidis, Opperman and Jesse Temmie are those 4 players. So Glenunga next week will travel the other side of the Torrens and play Payneham Norwood Union at Payneham, which, well, 2 teams that are starting to get some wins after a poor start. Wonder if that will, you think, start to contend for maybe a finals berth if one of the top 5 start to fall over. And don't forget, our 5th place team is at 5 and 3, assuming Rocks don't get up. There's Faye with a good forward entering kick. Puts a lot of pressure on Broadview's defence. The tackling from Glenunga has been really good today, as is most other facets of their game. Their wet weather strategy in the first quarter, their flying starts to most quarters, they have been irrepressible. So, the time has arrived as we hit time on, Alex. Who are we giving the Archies to?
It's a very hard choice. This guy, I'll give it in the Archies once, make it twice, Declan Faye.
Declan Faye, okay. I get to maybe ask him, how did he feel after copping one in the third quarter? I'll try and do that diplomatically, so I will depart at some point and the rest of the call will be yours.
21 minutes in. Broadview can advance forward, Anyang, and taps it out of bounds in front of Temmie. Number 32 and number 33. So West in the right once again. He's basically done it all. Abe Davis only with 2 goals. Half of what I predicted him for. Predicted him for 4. Although that could still happen. West taps down. Taps it to himself. Davis is waiting at full forward for it. And he could very well get it. Faye, there he is again. Cheap handball out. And Broadview will clear. Over the top, Mackenzie. Carla Vasidis being held by the jumper. Marini, Mitchell Variety, jags it in. And it is a ball up. So, another throw up will be West and White. West taps down again. Beard gets out. Mullet Man, Harms comes in. O'Leary the skipper. Anyang's there. Bouncing footy, Carlin. Also being held on to. Now he dives on top of the footy. Kick out. Scadden stands under it. Same as Harms. Who's going to find this footy?
Yeah, right.
As you depart, Phil. So, we ball up. One West once again. White there this time. Down Marini. Handball outside, Beard. Carla Vasidis does well in a 1-2 contest, and yes, it is 15 metres. No, it's not. No mark paid as Marini comes off for Distira.
You all right? You okay?
Marini also had a really good game. Both Marinis, in fact.
Have you done yourself an injury? Have you done yourself an injury? Or you just...
So, another throw up.
Okay.
Same 2 rucks. West this time goes down.
Big show.
Oh, it's well done by Costa. Carla Vasidis now. He's had some outstanding pickups today.
So,
Ethan Smith.
I'll go down when
He's
the siren
going
goes. Alex will keep talking,
throw,
and then
throw.
I'll wave to you.
And a great
Then
tackle.
come to me, or if you can put your hand up when you've
in the
got
back
me,
as some fans appealed.
and then I'll
West would
read
have
the
a
sponsors
good
and thank
40 or
everybody.
50 odd hit outs today. And there's another one, and that could be a high tackle. No, it won't be. So another stoppage, 24 minutes gone. We have had 5 goals in the quarter. West throws White to the ground, and White will get the free kick. Had a handball option short and didn't go there. As this broadcast side now, push there, little one from Langley over the top. Costa's around there, but Flanagan on the ball. Carlin and Anyang. Free kick spotted. Who's it going to? It's going to Carlin. So the big PJ will get 2 on the board now. She should get 2 on the board now. after this one. And my prediction could well and truly happen. If he kicks this, it'll be 42. Sorry, it'll be 38 actually. Other way around. PJ Carlin comes in, picture perfect. He has 2 on the day, big PJ. So, the strong man kicks his second of the game. And wowee, what a Glenunga performance that this has been off of PJ Carlin's goal. Marini has got 3. He might snag 2 votes or even 1. Ethan Smith's been a great piece to this puzzle. Carla Vasidis, as Phil mentioned earlier, played all 8 games so far, along with Opperman, Pridham and Temi. As we'll go to throw up again, West goes down, Michaelani. So he'll fall to the ground off the Scadden tackle. Another throw up. So it'll be West tapping down. Trying to clear is Mackenzie. Socket off the ground by Desira. Another soccer. 3 sockers in a row. Make a 4. Make a 5. Opperman picks up. Desira. Kick smothered. Opperman in front. Can't barge through them all. He tried to be a clown at the circus and do a great performance. And he has had one with kicking a goal. Played half-back a lot of the year. Tried him up forward early in the year. Kicked 5 in a game. Unfortunately, stats didn't count. Trial match. Abe Davis in the ruck this time. And it'll be another throw-up. 27 minutes into the quarter. Another one. Michaelani in the ruck this time. Glenunga, can they get the clearance? No, just another stoppage on the play. And we'll have a look at around the grounds in a moment for the other games. Back to the action. Over the top. Faye picks it up again, and another stoppage. There's been plenty of them today. As around the grounds will happen. The next stoppage, Jesse White got slung around. Clear free kick. That'll be brought back. Payne Muir Union up by 3 points. 28 minutes gone in that one. That'll be a cracker. St. Peter's winning by 6 goals. We'll have won by 6 goals. Which the other ones will be mentioned after. Darcy Modra did play on. Finds a free man in Malron. He goes central and picked off by Nick Eager. Port District, comfortable 47-point lead. That'll get him through, and Golden Grove winning by 48, so 8 goals. And that Paynham get another behind. We'll be tracking that one closely. Opperman. Heel kick. Oh, he should have had a shot. So, a 48-point win for Glenunga. Actually, no, it won't be 48. It'll be 38. So, Glenunga, 38-point win. They have done so well all day. Played a really consistent game of football. And that's what every team likes. Team that can play all 4 quarters. So Glenunga led by 32 at the quarter time break, 23 at the half, 51 at 3-quarter time, and 38 at the last quarter. Broadview won the 2nd quarter and 4th quarter. Both times they were kicking with the wind. And we'll go through the goal scorers, starting off with Jake Ferguson's side, the Tigers. Joshua Byrne and PJ Cullen with 2. Kobe Wilson, Chol Anyang, and Joshua Costa with 1. And now we go to the winning side in Glenunga. Mitchell Marini with 3. Parsons 2. Wanke 2. Abe Davis 2. Opperman 1. Ethan Smith 1. Declan Fahey, the Archies, win up with 1. And Charlie Pridham 1. Best players, Cooper O'Leary, Josh Costa, Matthew Beard, Joel Anyang for Broadview, Glenunga, Thomas Carlovasides, Declan Fahey, Ethan Smith, and Jordan West and Mitchell Marini. And despite the conditions, Glenunga held up very, very, very well. 150 points combined in a very very bad conditioning game. No lightning as I thought there would be. We'll go through the sponsors before we throw down to Phil in a moment. Filming Footy Sports Interactive Classic Clashes, custom by OITC, High Five E-Bikes, Dartfish Archies, Jag Meatworks and Kimberley Resorts. So we would not be able to do it without these sponsors. So they play a huge part in this Filming Footy broadcast. As I want to watch, some of them did pay off. Declan Fahey, Ethan Smith, Abe Davis, Jesse Timmins, Thomas Michael, all had good games to their own suspense. Tyron Hill, Ben Manning, PJ Carter, Jaden Ryan, and Josh Costa. Starting off with Tyron Hill, he played well, was solid in the small forward role. Ben Manning was solid down back, taking a few of the kick-ins. PJ Carlin, solid as usual. Jane Ryan and Josh Costa did very well as Phil down the ground. We'll talk to Declan Fahey in just a moment as we'll throw down to him right now.
Thank you very much, Alex. We're with Declan Fahey, winner of the next player of the game. Congratulations on your Archies. They're a really popular $50 event to set the stage at Single Farm. 2 weeks in Canada club, but the players respond the only way you can on that.
Yeah, unfortunately the higher ups decided to make a tough decision with Alex Guy. Obviously, as a group, we really appreciate everything that Alex has done for us. So yeah, I think obviously they made that tough decision. But from today's perspective, he's pretty much one of the boys really, and he really helped us keep it simple, play a simple game. The conditions probably helped with that as well. Get the ball, kick it long.
Do you like playing in the wet? Because it certainly looks like it.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I thought PK today was fantastic, but...
And again, the hurry up. Last one, next week, back to payments. Looking forward to homecoming?
Yeah, junior club. Yeah, I am. No, it should be good. I also live in Adelaide. So that'll be fun.
So discussion, something on it?
Yeah, I'm not sure if we're allowed to drive to the game together. Yeah, we can come up with that. Maybe we'll move by the slab or something. But
keep the side surprises up. You know that time of the essence. I'll keep talking for our viewers at home. Declan, congratulations. Enjoy the song, well done.
Thank you very much, Phil, for that interview.
Thanks to our sponsors, which include Filming Footy, Classic Clashes, Dartfish, High Five E-Bikes, Customs by ORTC, Kimberley Accommodation, Archie's, and the Gully Hotel with the Settlers Tavern. This is Phil Hurden saying thanks so much for watching. We'll be back with more games next week.
Thank you very much, Phil, for that interview. Very enthralling game. Around that half-time area, it was really exciting, but we thought Broadview were going to come back, but fortunately just didn't hold on. Payneham, they beat Prince Alfred, the underdogs. Payneham won by 4 points, 8-7-55 to 8-11-59, and they were trailing all the way up until three-quarter time, where they did snag the lead. So well done to them for winning that very good game. St. Peter's snagging a 36-point win. Port District ended up winning by 40 points, obviously this game. And Ross Trevor got a few consolation goals, but Golden Grove won by 36. Golden Grove, they had a 6-goal-to-none second quarter, and then a 4-goal-to-1 third quarter, and then Ross Trevor 3-goals-to-1 in the last. So very well done. Abe Davis held up well, kicking 2 goals. Unfortunately, didn't poll any best player votes in the quarter. Jesse White, he held up strong in the ruck for the Tigers. Jordan West also did well to compete. He did amazingly. Quarters weren't as long as we thought they would be. Will Scadden was solid in the midfield. Joshua Byrne kicking 2 goals late to snag it. Mitchell Marini, first 2 goals of the game So that was very, 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 very surprising. A. Davis with 2, Nick Wonke with 2, he did well. Jordan Opperman held up well, kicking 1. Ethan Smith doing his normal things, he was outstanding. Carla Vasidis did well with his pickups, and Charlie Pridham kicking a goal. The conditions, it was at the start of the game, 11.3 degrees, feels like 6. We thought the wind wasn't really favouring anyone. There was about 1.1 mils of rain into that game. We were expecting around 3 to 4, but that did not really happen. A chance of a thunderstorm was going to happen, and now it actually looks pretty good out there as we've got the inclusive game coming up. Kilburn versus Broadview. And Phil, what was your summary of the game?
It was wet, it was windy, it was cold, and we were inside, thank goodness for that. The game, look, as most people would know, Glenunga changed their coach, had 2 weeks off to process that, and the players responded the best way possible with a pretty emphatic effort, the way they just flew out of the blocks at the start. They had the breeze, they used it so well, 6 goals on the board in this kind of day. I think Broadview just kicked 6 goals for the whole match. Just very quickly, some results around the other grounds. The close one went the way of Payneham Norwood Union. 8-11-59, Prince Alfred 8-7-55. Elsewhere, St Peter's over Sacred Heart by 36. Port District over Salisbury North by 40. It was a 1-goal game at half time. And Golden Grove by 36 over Ross Trevor. That keeps the Kookaburras and, by association, Glenunga in range of the 5. The ladder, as I got it at the moment, Port District solely on top 7 and 1. St Peter's and Sacred Heart both on 6 and 2. Salisbury North and Ross Trevor both on 5 and 3. Out of the 5, Golden Grove 4 and 4, Glenunga 3 and 5. Prince Alfred and Payneham both 2 and 6. Payneham in the relegation zone, they're about 1.3% away. And Broadview, gee, it's a long way back for them. They play St Peter's, second-ranked team next week. Looks like they're going to hit the halfway mark winless.
Well, the big question, who's going to get relegated, Prince Alfred or Payneham? They both have a 2 and 6 record with a very similar percentage. Who's your call? Mine would probably be Prince Alfred, really.
Well, at the moment, they play again in round 17. That'll be at Payneham, and if they've got a similar record, that game could be to avoid the drop. Hard to see Broadview avoiding it. Based on today, hard to see Glenunga or Golden Grove, who both had pretty impressive wins, being in relegation trouble.
Well, Payneham, they have Tom Wagner and Harrison Varney, who are 2 of the top 5 goal kickers heading into this game. Not sure how their stats aren't quite up on the Play HQ app so far. Make sure to download that. And obviously we cannot do this broadcast without our sponsors, Filming Footy, Sports Interactive, Classic Clashes, Custom by OITC, High Five E-Bucks, Dartfish, Archie's, Jag Meatworks and Kimberley Resorts. And who jagged the snag of the day? For me, it was early Mitchell Marini.
Yeah, and the matches next week. On Saturday afternoon, Broadview hosts St Peter's, Sacred hosts Salisbury North at Mitchell Park Footy Club, which I'll be at. Looking forward to that. They've got a nice balcony. Golden Grove and Prince Alfred, Port District and Rocks. Payneham will host Glenunga, which will be a key battle for those two. AFL for kids. We're all insanely jealous, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you very much, Phil. And be sure to jump in for the round 9 action while I'm away. Brought to you by Filming Footy. We will see you then.
Good job. I think he's cut. I hope he's cut. Well done.
Thank you.
Yes, everybody's going well.
Alright, so I'm going to do a match report now. You're welcome to help contribute to that if you would like.
Yes, I have wrote my 3-2-1 down.
You got your 3-2-1? Alright.